like the Brady Bunch with James Evans as the father. For all of you real dads who used to watch Good Times, you'll know that James Evans was a disciplinary and didn't hesitate to put the belt to the children. Now, when you actually have children, it's totally different. If I had known that having children and raising children was two different animals, I don't think I would have had so many of them.
I thought it would have been easier than it initially was. I was the type of child that didn't question a lot. I was kind of quiet, I guess, growing up. Whereas the children that I raised, they had freer spirits.
I knew it wasn't going to be easy, watching my father and my mother raise us from children to adulthood, but I said to myself, I had to experience it to give the same love that my father and my mother gave to me.
Honestly, I had no clue what it would be like to raise kids. All I know is what I've learned from being a kid and seeing my parents deal with us, that, it's no easy job. One thing I can actually tell you, it's one of the greatest experiences and most important jobs a man would ever have in raising kids, and that's a man or a woman. Because raising kids is extremely expensive, extremely difficult, but it also can be the most rewarding thing you've ever done in your life.
Let me think, funniest thing. Well, this one wasn't so funny, but I guess I look back at it now, it was funny. Come home one day and the Benz is gone. Go inside the house and my wife's already on the phone calling the police. And as soon as the cops get there, the Benz comes pulling up in the yard. And it was my son who had borrowed the car to show off to his friends. Let me just leave that right there, because in today's society, you really can't go no further.
One of the craziest things I've watched one of the kids do, he was very young then, and he walks into the living room and he's laughing and just cracking up. And he has a card box in it. And he says, "Hey, Dad, do you want some Raisinets?" And I go, "Oh, okay." And I couldn't understand why he's laughing. He's falling on the floor laughing. So I take the card box and pour the Raisinets into my hand. And all of a sudden, there's a scent that comes from the Raisinets, and he's on the floor laughing, falling down, crying. I'm going, where did you get these Raisinets from? And he managed to get out while he's laughing. "I just went to the bathroom. I got the Raisinets from the toilet bowl." Ha ha ha!
When my son was going to the NYU STEP program, his friend Richard didn't have money to get on the train, and he snuck him in with him, and he ended up getting a ticket. That was the stupidest thing. Going through that experience with him, taking him to the court, and showing him what it is to what happens when you break the law.
They do so much crazy stuff. But one that comes to mind is my daughter. I remember coming home one day and asking my young daughter at that time, "How's everything go with the nanny?" And she was like, "It went pretty well, Poppy." But she was sleeping on the couch and talking on the phone for most of the day, and it was so hilarious that I tried not to laugh. But it was amazing how brutally honest kids can be. So she was like, yeah, she just, she kind of sits on the couch and she'll feed us, then she'll get back on her phone on the couch. And man, that was hilarious. But they did tell on her. And, I did have to correct that problem. But it's amazing that how brutally honest kids can be. But when it all said and done, it was really, really funny though.
Well, would I do this again, have children? I'll put it to you like this. If I had the chance to go back and change anything, honestly speaking, I wouldn't change a thing because I have beautiful grandchildren. But I will say this, I will not have any more children. So let me get this straight. Even if I get divorced and I meet the baddest woman in the world and she wants children, no.
If I had to do this all over again, I would do it 100 times more. And I would probably open up a group home because there's such a need for just someone to be there for children.
Yes, I would do it again. I've raised my children. I still have my son and my daughter in my life. And plus, my girlfriend, I've been with her 9 years, and her son was, when I first met him, 9 years old, and he's 18 now. So it's like being a father all over again, you know, since he doesn't really have his father with him all the time.
Absolutely. With the two beautiful kids I got, my son and my daughter, I really, really, really adore my son and my daughter. And I'm really proud of them as they're growing and becoming their own personalities and their own little people. I absolutely would have kids again because I know that's just a beautiful thing to me.
Hey, this is Mr. Lee. Remember me from Money Matters Now?
My name is Ashley Deshawn.
My name is Jose Sanchez.
I'm Benny Randall Jr., aka The Motivator, and you're watching FatherFlow.com.